Hey all, what's going on? Saladid here, Saladid, and today we're going to do Dexer templates and also a little information about an echo. Alright, so the first template here is a Bard Dexer. Definitely a top tier PVM template, but low survivability versus PKs. It's the reason I love but also hate this template, and I am on the fence about using it. But if you want to go out and PVM it up, this is the template for you. Peacemaking, music, discord, tactics, macing, tracking, and arms lore. Alright, basically you want to max out peacemaking, music, and discord. I'm at 115. I'm not quite there on the discord, but soon enough. The fact that I have peacemaking at 120 is really what you need, because that will stop the monster from beating you up. It just holds them in place and then you can beat them up. Tactics is going to up your damage. Macing, as we know on the UO Outlands shard specifically, is the king of all all dexing weapons. Out of swords, out of fencing, out of archery, and then macing. Macing is definitely the king. A lot of people always like it. That's kind of another reason I'm not such a fan of it. I just don't like maces. It's just not me. I play the game for fun, and swords is definitely what I like. Then we have tracking. Tracking works extremely well in the fact that it gives you both damage. It also gives you better barding effects, and you can track PKs with it to give you a little bit of survivability. Hopefully you track the red before they see you and you run out of there. That's basically the only survivability that you have with this template. The arms lore will allow your macing to do the crushing blow, dropping their armor and getting in even more damage. So this is like super almost glass cannon template. You're going to do tons of damage, but low survivability. If you mess up and like discord something instead of piecing something, and it's like a big packed room of monsters, you're probably going to take a lot of damage. The only healing you have is potions. If a red gets the drop on you, gets within range, and you didn't notice it on tracking, he's probably going to kill you. There is a way to make an overhead message on tracking, and that is in one of my previous videos. Go check it out. That will definitely save you quite a bit. I've already heard great responses of how I have saved many a player's life thanks to the overhead message. So check that out in a previous video. Moving on from this character, before I go though, this is an echo up here. You see it's 1,000,000 gold. It's quite expensive. However, you can do it with 100 skill scrolls. And then finally, you can do it with 500k doubloons, which is from pirating, seafaring, basically the gold system out on the waters. Once you get that money, you can activate, and you will make a carbon copy of your current skill set. All right, I'm going to switch to another character to further explain that. Here is Saladex. Now, as you can see, he has an echo. And basically, this one is the one that is currently active with these skills. And at any point in time, I can change it to this one. However, like if I were to do that right now, I would then be locked out of my previous echo for 12 hours. I can make a third echo by charging even a considerably more amount. If I were to pay this amount, I could then unlock yet a third set and change around the skills even more. So, going into the second template here of Saladex. This is my favorite character to play because it has more survivability. I can fight reds. I can PVM at a decent degree, if not top tier. I definitely can win a few monster loots from tamers with this template, but it is a very sort of high build. You have to get your aspects up to like 10, 11, 12. You definitely have to have the 120 skill, the 720 skill, the 20 skill balls, get everything maxed out. Here's how he works. Arms lure is at 120. The reason I've banged this up all the way to 120, most people stop at 80, is I want to get the special effect on my weapon, which is a bleed effect. I am then currently using water aspect, as you see here, and water aspect allows even more weapon special chance. So I'm basically trying a bleed build right now. I've changed it up a little bit. I was going for straight DPS hard damage, but now I'm trying to get it in passive damage with lots of bleeds. So from arms lore, we go into anatomy. Anatomy basically just helps my damage, helps my healing. Tactics, we all know, helps damage. Swordsmanship, I'm a swordsman. There's a sword. Works perfectly. Camping, 98. Now, camping is doing more damage. Again, it's another damage buff, but it also allows for more weight, a lot more weight. You can walk out with a lot more loot and basically become much more rich than anybody else. Then I have healing. It used to be at 80, which is the point which you can res a person. I bumped it up to 90 just because you fail a lot at 80. And I just couldn't stand it anymore. So I bumped it up to 90, makes it a little bit better. Magic resist also was actually down at 70. I bumped it up to 90 just because I was getting some PK ganks, multiple PKs dumping on me, and I just couldn't live through it. Now I can kind of survive the dump, hopefully turn a corner and live and get myself back up and hopefully back into the fight. And last, as you can see, I have tracking at 22. I'm actually bringing this down because I don't bother to track PKs anymore. And usually when I do see a PK, for some reason, I'm crazy and I like to fight them. So tracking is usually more of an escape plan. So I figured, all right, let's get rid of tracking, bump up camping, carry more weight, keep the same damage, and hopefully, get a PK or two down on the way. Now, on the flip side of this template here, I actually should point that way, you can see anatomy, parry, magic resist, tactics, swords, healing, arms lore, camping. So we have the camping again, but as you can see, much different, much lower, all right? This isn't for farming, this is for holding down a boss fight right now. Arms lore, again, you can see much different. I have it at the 80, so I do get the special effects chance, but I don't have it banged up to 120 for like extra possibilities. Healing, I keep at 90. I just like it there. It seems to work well. Why not? Don't change anything if it works, right? Swords again, tactics again. Magic resist have banged up all the way to 100%. Again, we're talking about survivability on this template. This is not a DPS template. This is all about survivability. Parry, I have parry at a perfect 100. Parry in UO Outlands is actually really cool because you can parry spells here. I don't remember that in OSI, correct me if I'm wrong, but parrying here, actually you can resist spells, which is pretty sick. And then anatomy again, maxed out at 100, works for damage, works for healing, just makes everything better. So anatomy is always a solid. So there you are. Here are some Dexer templates. You saw the Dexer Bard, you saw the Dexer DPS, swords, and you saw the Dexer survival parry build. And you can easily change these out of swords to macing if you want to just bump yourself up a little bit, if you want to min-max it. I'm a little bit of an RPer, sword and board. Way to go, I think. Hope you enjoyed this video. Check out my other videos and check me out. Saladed on Twitch. I'm there Monday through Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I like to play on the weekends too. Take care, guys. Remember to always leave room for some salad.